Welcome back to the Third Round Picks podcast, guys. I'm Carl,
I'm Seth.
This is Caleb.
and today the Orlando Magic is the hot topic of discussion,
Oh
however you
yeah.
want to say it. They have had some surprising things happen this season with injuries and their seeding, and anything that has happened to Orlando Magic. It has been surprising for most of us. So let's jump right into it.
Thanks, Carl. I'm glad you did that. If I did it, it would have not been as magical. So appreciate you. Um.
Anytime, anytime.
All right. So what I put down for that is, I I think they're super surprising because they have like their main guy is out and they're still the number one defense in the league. They're allowing 103.7 points per game in this insanely offensive season or league. That's crazy. 103? That's crazy. So I guess my question to you guys is, what do you think is their biggest key to success besides like the defense? Like, what's the little nitty gritties? What do you guys think?
KCP.
Casey, don't, don't. It's too soon.
No, honestly
Don't.
though, I think the addition of KCP though has added a little bit because before, like, they were decent at defense, but with KCP he can like mentor the players that maybe weren't as great defensively, and even the players that already are great defensively, so they can just
Sure.
rise up above that. And even without Paolo, they're playing great. I'm pretty sure Franz Wagner just went down with injury not too long ago.
And they still won,
Still
right?
playing great. Right. So like I think defensively they're doing great. Offensively, even without their main guys, they're still putting up the numbers. Like offense wins games, but defense wins championships. So I mean, if they got the defense, they're bound to win.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want to play him in a playoff series, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
No, I'm scared. Seth, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think health is obviously their number one thing. So Paolo went down, and I think Franz got the same injury, which is kind of crazy, or like similar injury, and it's a long one. So like they're not going to be fully healthy, I guess, till January or like sometime in January. But Jalen Suggs really stepping up, which is cool to see. He was great in college, and then he like kind of was like okay his first couple years, and now is like a big time player, like
Love to
defensive player of
see.
the year candidate kind of guy, at the guard position. But yeah, I mean, hats off honestly to the coaching because the defense, a lot of defense is coaching too. It's like the
Yeah.
scheme and like, especially like when guys go down and you don't miss a beat on defense, like that means there's like a culture set up for that. Like
Next
where the
man
guys are
up.
playing hard the whole time. They like know their rotations. They're like locked in. So respect to the coaching. Like if there's a coach of the year right now, for sure, Magic coach. Because to be up, the East isn't that good, but to have the record they do, even if they were just missing Paolo, but now missing both of their stars, really impressive. So yeah,
Oh.
I think the defense, the coaching, and then just for a young guy is pretty awesome. Like he's super intense,
Yeah.
and like I think it gets everyone playing hard defense because he's just like crazy, which you need a little bit of that. It's kind of that Marcus Smart on the Celtics type of vibe. So
Cool. I agree. Good takes.
yeah,
What do you think, Carl?
Yeah. I mean,
I'll
I don't
say
know. I think pretty much everything said before, honestly. I think Seth is right. I don't really know what else to add, honestly. Like, yeah, the East isn't that strong, but I mean, they've played West teams. So I mean, it may not be four times, three times a season, but it's still, if you're beating West teams, you're a decent team.
Yeah. What,
So
It's not like you're the Wizards or the Jazz.
hey, the Wizards beat the Nuggets. They're pretty good. Um, I will say,
That was a rough game.
York's dropping 58 and losing. Um, I will say one thing I noticed when Seth and I watched the Lakers Magic game. Sorry, Seth, to bring this up, but the thing that kind of stuck out to me towards the end there is they didn't seem to have a panic or like to back down. Like they're in LA. They're that's so different than Orlando. And they're we got Franz and that they're just kind of a bunch of just kind of no names going to this big city and they kind of they punched them in the mouth and the Lakers punched back and then Magic they just kind of they fought and I definitely want to say that was I think what Seth was saying about the coaching. I feel like that's part of the coaching. Really good coaching too is like teaching that like, hey man, game's not over till it's over, and they just kept going and that was a wild shot. It goes in, they win. But yeah, it's that team complete, man. I don't know. 10 game series, 7 game series. That's whew, that defense. I put down they are leading in a bunch of different categories, but they're leading with the blocks per game at 6.7 and steals 9.6, which that's crazy.
Gee.
And they don't really have a leader on the leaderboard, so that's just the team. You get 10 steals a game. Shoot, you get 2 points off of. There you go. 20 points on the board that you wouldn't have. So, I think the defense and the coaching and kind of grit, man. They look next man up. They keep fighting.
So my question would be, so we know what the Celtics are, their favorite, right? But when the Magic are fully healthy, based on what we've seen, do we pick them over the Cavs?
Ooh, over the Cavs?
Ooh. Over the Cavs? I wasn't
Cavs.
expecting you to throw that curveball.
I was not.
I have no idea.
He set it up well. Thank you.
They're the third, and now they're not even healthy yet. Are they good? Because that's where are they?
Yeah.
I'd put them over the Celtics.
Really?
I don't think I would,
Yeah.
because I think that the ceiling for the Cavs is higher. I think this is kind of like the Heat when they play in the finals and they keep going, and you're like, okay, oh my goodness. And then they ran into Jokic and Jamal, and it was like, okay, well, someone's playing at their ceiling versus someone's playing close to it. You know what I mean? Like the Heat were all the way here, and I felt like the Nuggets just had a little bit more, and I think the Cavs have a little bit more talent and a little like you could lock them down, but Donovan Mitchell, man, I don't know those fourth quarters. That dude, he can kind of just go nuclear.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, there's something about having that established superstar in the playoffs that like elevates you. I think Paolo just maybe one more year.
yeah,
He's been injured this year, so I don't think I wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Cavs in the playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be a little surprised.
it'd go 7. I think.
Mitchell.
I think it'd go 7.
Yeah,
I
7.
think it would. It'd be a good series.
I'd say if both teams were healthy, it would definitely be 7, and it'd probably go to the Cavs. But the Cavs are also injury prone, so that could really go either way.
That's true.
Because all it takes is Darius Garland to break his hand, and then Donovan Mitchell turns into 2020 Jimmy Butler and plays the entire game. But then he's exhausted, and then the Magic steal it by like a couple points. But I don't know. The Magic over the Celtics 100% because they've got defensive answers for almost everyone. But the Cavs, I don't think so. I don't know.
Interesting.
All right, guys, that was our show. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. Let us know anything in the comments that you agree with, disagree with. We'd love to hear from you. Look forward to getting you some more NBA takes next time. So see you then.
See?